Another one that used to be Crypto Poppy's favorite, AMP. The reason the numbers look good on not currently, but the equation that Crypto Poppy did on AMP, it was very similar to XRP. The amount of tokens that it has, the circulating supply. If AMP is about to do something, hopefully something like what XRP did, because that was crazy, and that will be a beautiful move for AMP. So, all right, I'm gonna hand it over to Crypto Poppy. We're gonna be doing live technical analysis on AMP.
So let's start off. We have AMP paired with the US dollar. Weekly time frame data is coming in from Coinbase. So this is going to be an extremely short one because just look at the chart here, right? We've come back, we've come down, we've pumped up a little bit, we've come down, we've broken a trend line. We've been stuck below the trend line. We came up to the trend line, were rejected, came up to it, finally broke above it, finally broke some levels of the horizontal ray, but we couldn't close above it. So we've retraced back down, came back down to our red box of support, which flipped it to resistance. We retested it as resistance. We were dropped back down. The trend line didn't hold up. We broke above it. We went sideways for a couple months. We made a movement back up to the upside. We were rejected right back down, tried to make a couple more attempts to come back up to the upside. We were straight rejected back down, broke below the red box of support, broke below the trend line, came down, and we've been moving sideways and to the downside ever since. And it looks like we're about to touch our one movement of our Fibonacci level. So that's why I'm saying AMP is going to be short and to the short and sweet and to the point, is because we really don't have much space to go down much further. I mean, we definitely could percentage-wise come down a lot further, but just look-wise on the chart, we really can't come down much further before we go into the negatives. So we could just look at movements to the upside. We could get our measuring tool. So again, as long as, we have an alt season and AMP is a part of it, and we start moving to the upside, we need to get back above the 0.003 level, which, just to reference XRP, that's about a 50% movement to the upside. Then that wouldn't even be doing anything to AMP, to be honest with you. We have our green horizontal ray, which we've plotted in previous lives, which is at 0.0065, which is 228% movement to the upside. We have the bottom of our red box of resistance, which is 292% movement to the upside. We have the top of that red box, 311% movement to the upside. And we have our trend line, which is about 382% movement to the upside. And take a look at that, where that price would take us, not even to a penny. So from current price to shy of a penny is 382% movement to the upside. So I don't want to say minimal movement to the downside, because there is plenty of movement percentage-wise to the downside. Not financial advice. This is amazing buying opportunity. When you're extremely low like this and you could catch a 400% movement to the upside, just catch that wave, ride that wave, but know when to get off of it. Know when to, take your profit. 400% movement to the upside is beautiful. And AMP could go a lot higher and a lot further than that. Look at that. Almost 3 cents right here. I don't even know that it's pointless to get out the measuring tool right now, because until we break that 50% movement to our blue horizontal ray that was plotted from back here in the end of 2022, and we just, just correlates a lot with candle bodies and wicks and support and resistance. So till we make that 50% movement with AMP, I mean, there's no need to get excessively excited, because, we've been here before. Until we start breaking above a penny, which I would definitely say, not financial advice, but take some profit. If you get some buys in here, take some profits right shy of a penny, because look how quickly these movements come in. These are just wicks, not even candle bodies. So quick movements to the upside. But again, we have just this small area right here is about a 50% movement. And that won't even get much excitement around the AMP token besides through us in the AMP community. So not much to say with AMP. We do have minimal downside to the, to the downside, excuse me. And then we do have a lot of upside potential. But again, are we going to come up and make that 50% movement and retrace it completely and go back down about another 20% from where we are right now before just recycling the same movements? Recycling, recycling. You could even call this huge movement, right? Because this high came back down. We just about retraced all of those gains. Before it came up, we didn't even break those previous highs. Before coming back down, retracing all of those gains, we're just recycling it. And who's benefiting from this besides potentially bots? You know what I mean? Unless you're actively taking profit, putting those profits back into the downside to take profits just shy of a penny. You know what I mean? Just leave some on the table, but definitely know when to take some profit. So definitely AMP looks primed to move to the upside, but I'm not sold till we make this 50% movement. Then we start approaching a penny and breaking and closing above a penny level.
All right. So that was AMP. It's not looking great at the moment, but
Oh yeah, it could look worse though.
yeah, it could look way worse than that. But as Crypto Poppy said, when that thing moves, in the last couple of times that it did move, it was pretty. It was a good movement. I mean,
Right.
it looked good on it looked good on the goddamn wallet.
True.
But of course, a lot of people didn't take profit, and that's usually what happens, right? We're expecting a bigger movement on that, but like you live and you learn in the crypto market.
Right.
As long as you don't sell at a loss, you haven't lost yet. And I think if altcoins start going up, AMP starts hitting 1 penny, I think that's the next fire that's gonna lit that just that big explosion on AMP, because last time it was going about 1 penny, X was going crazy.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
trending on X, so I think that's the kind of the catalyst it needs, because I guess we're not the best at advertising our coin in the AMP community, like other communities are. They're pushing that like crack cocaine on the streets. Like everybody's like hearing, oh, buy this coin, like it's crazy. And we don't really do a lot of that. Like I mean, we share. Like I see an AMP post, I share it. A lot of people do the same thing, repost it. But I guess we just need to do more footwork on that. But anyways, AMP is looking like AMP.
Right.
Until it does something else, then we'll get back on that on hopefully the next live we get some movement on AMP. But anyways, that was that for AMP.